Hey everybody, welcome back. Movie review time, where we talk about a movie we just saw, and we just saw the guy snoring next to the guy that eats too much popcorn, aka Weathering with You.
Okie dokie then.
Well, that was my experience. I was the guy that ate too much popcorn.
He got a large popcorn, and then he looked at the bottom of the movie. He was like, oh, I ate all of that.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, because I'll just go ahead and explain it. I often with the anime films, I love anime films. I love anime. For some reason, when I see that stuff in the theater, I tend to get drowsy, even if I'm enjoying it. So I tend to get popcorn just to kind of keep myself alert. I don't know if I needed it this time, but we'll get more into that as we go. But I ate it because it was good, and I've been wanting popcorn. But I didn't open my Twizzlers. I still have them. All right. Oh yeah, we're doing a movie review. No spoilers. Weathering with You. We will do a spoiler video as well, where we'll discuss specifics. But this is gonna be no spoilers. If we drop a spoiler, we'll cut it out if I remember. But you're totally safe from spoilers. And we don't consider ourselves movie critics or film reviewers. We're just people that like movies, want to talk about movies. Whew, I'm getting warm. And 69 dudes, and wow, I'm on a derailment train. And
yeah, I don't have to do anything.
I know, no, apparently not. And so yeah, all that stuff. Plus, if you want more movie reviews, more movie madness, things like that, check out the Stardust app, where we do 30-second reviews and reactions. Or you can check out my Patreon, where I do all kinds of movie reviews there as well. Some of the Oscar stuff I'm doing over there, or I'm not doing on my channel right now. Also, if you are interested in Oscar reviews, I've started putting together playlists, so you can see all the Oscar movies getting reviewed by us if you want. But that said, let's get into some no spoilers Weathering with You. We both really loved the hell out of Your Name. I very much did too, even though I didn't totally remember it by now. It's kind of left my brain a little bit. I'm due for a rewatch. But this is from the same director, Shinkai.
I can't
remember his name. It's like, it wasn't Morimoto, but it was close to something like that. But Shinkai, do you remember Shinkai's last name?
Okay.
I'm getting there. See, he deserves me to know what his name is, because I like his movies a lot.
Yeah.
So again, we went to the fan screening. We did do dubbed this time. The sub, by the time we got tickets, was pretty much booked up. So we're like, well, we'll do the sub. We can get out a little bit, or the dub. We can get out a little bit early and all that stuff. And it was fine. You know, I like the dub. That was fine. I do kind of wish I'd seen it in the sub, in hindsight, but.
I was surprised by as many Hollywood names were in there, because I didn't recognize any voices while I was watching it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, it's got a big name in there. My favorite name though is the band Radwimps, but and they're rainy boys. But we can't get too much of that until we get spoilers.
The director's interview is interesting.
Yeah, because again, we saw the fan event. This is playing in most theaters like all week. So if you want to see this, you got a chance to go see it subbed or dubbed. We went to the fan event, so we got some bonus content on the end there. I don't know if that'll be at all the screenings or not, but they'll tell you ahead of time if it is. Okay. But let's actually tell them what we think about the movie. And what I think about the movie is I very, very, very much enjoyed this movie. I got a couple of nice tears at the end of happiness and joy.
I thought I saw you crying.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like Star Wars or anything. It wasn't like blubbery mess, I need to blow my nose. But I had one or two come down.
Oddly, I thought I would get emotional at this.
I was wondering if you did, because I saw you scratch your face, but I was like, it's probably not her. She's probably not tearing.
Yeah, no, actually I didn't. It's like, I should be misty-eyed. Why am I not misty-eyed? Because I'm calling her a bitch.
She just wants you to think that. Okay, maybe she is to most people, but she's not to me. She's a sweetheart. But yeah, so, but no, I mean, I really liked it. I think what you were saying, like, you think you like Your Name better? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because, well, I like the twist in it. I think that it was a far more interesting twist, although the twist in this one is actually pretty good too.
Yeah, but I don't think this is a twist in the way that Your Name was a twist. Like, Your Name was a traditional twist, like, oh wow, okay, that changes everything I just saw. This is more of a, oh fuck, they did that? Okay. Which I kind of liked.
Yeah.
For me, I think I kind of agree with you in terms of I liked the story from what I can remember of Your Name a little bit better, but I think I liked these characters better than in Your Name. And I think some of that is because, you know, like the younger brother kid that's the player, you know, things like that was really, really charming. Yeah. Even his kind of grumpy boss that kind of reminds me of a less sci-fi version of Spike from Cowboy Bebop. You know, kind of got a little.
That was Lee Pace.
That could have been. And even like, there's one cop in there that looked like he was JoJo, right? From JoJo's Bizarre.
Oh yeah,
is that who I'm
with
thinking?
The pompadour.
Yeah, I was like, damn, all right.
Yeah.
Even though he was kind of a dick, but no, I kind of liked all that.
Actually, he was just trying to get a job done, and you have to admit, all this sounded crazy.
True, but there did come a point when we started going a little too far at the very end there. It's like, whoa, bro. But again, we don't want to get too much into that because, you know, spoilery, but again, pacing and everything is good. I do feel like there's kind of an epilogue, and I think that's just kind of traditional with these kind of films. And I felt like, I don't know, they could have just ended it without the epilogue. I like the epilogue. It was kind of neat. But it almost dragged at that point for me. It's like, this. I feel like we've seen the story. I'm good. They could have just left it there, left a bunch of things up to your imagination.
I think they needed a little bit of an epilogue. Otherwise, the entire audience would be going like, well, did this happen or did this happen? Because it's two very different endings.
Which is I think could be fun. But if they are going to do an epilogue, I felt like maybe it could have been condensed a little bit. It was a little dragged out for me. Just personal preference. I'm not saying it ruined the movie or anything like that. I'm just, that's maybe like my only real critique about it. I thought the animation was gorgeous. I know you're going to know more in that regard, but I mean, there was just some beautiful stuff in there.
There's a lot of beautiful stuff. Again, I think Your Name was a little prettier.
Okay.
But
I really need to rewatch Your Name.
But it was like, okay, so Your Name, they had just gotten a crap ton of staff from Ghibli.
Yeah.
And you can tell.
Yeah, you can.
You watch that and you're going like, are we watching a Ghibli movie?
Yeah.
At least visually.
Right.
But and there are still some Ghibli touches in this movie, particularly in how they animate the rain and whatnot.
Yeah, and I like to say particularly the totes adorable cat.
Yeah. But aside from that, it's a little less Ghibli and more their own thing.
Yeah, I would say that. I did not really get strong Ghibli vibes out of this.
There was that spectacular shot with the fireworks.
Yeah, some of that fireworks stuff was really good. And you're right, all the rain stuff was really good. All the stuff in the opening was really good. All the waterwork.
And it was all hand animated, apparently.
Yeah, it wasn't like CG rain or whatever. Some of it probably had to be some CG rain, because there was definitely some CG, like, wide flying through the city kind of shots that were kind of like 90s video game CG. The nighttime city particularly stood out as like, ooh, this is a PS1 cutscene here. But I mean, again, it works within the context of the movie. But if you just saw that one shot, you might be like, oh. but I think it worked really well overall. It's always fun to see Tokyo so well represented as well. There's some funny stuff in there. The food, again, as always in anime stuff, just looked delicious and made me want, because we got to go back out tomorrow, so we'll have some time. So my mood will probably change, so don't hold me to it, but maybe we'll do Sam's and I'll maybe get something different. I always get the spicy kimchi ramen. Maybe. I like Thai, but maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Probably should do Bonefish. I can eat and drink, because it's going to be Bad Boys, and that might be a drink movie. And then,
but you said it's supposed to be good.
Well, I know, but I mean, I think it'll be more fun with the drink. Woo! Get my Will Smith on. Woo! All right.
Okay, anywho. Yeah, so, back to the movie at hand.
Oh, God, I am really on a derailment train tonight.
You are, and you haven't even been drinking.
No, not at all. I'm popcorn drunk. All right, while we think of a couple of things to say about the movie, I'll just tell you real quick. It was I felt bad for the guy, though. But there was a guy beside me. Not like super big or anything, but a little bit of a bigger gentleman. And he was snoring through like pretty much the whole thing. Yeah. And then when he wasn't, he was shaking his feet, trying to stay awake. So that was kind of annoying.
The thing is, because he has a tendency of falling asleep during Ghibli movies,
there was
every time I hear a snore, I'd be like,
yeah, it's him. I'm wide awake. I'll just engage. That was because again, also it helps. I have popcorn, but I felt bad too because I remember like going to movies by myself because he was by himself, and I don't know. It's not that he needs my pity or anything. I don't know anything about this person.
Movies by myself.
I know I used to do that all the time, but I was more rested.
I was single and I wanted to see the damn movie.
Yeah, I mean, same here. I mean, I was rested and all that, but I mean, I don't know. I just had this weird thought about. Ultimately, what it brought me to is how glad I am to be with you and go to movies with you, because it's nice to have somebody to poke me if I do start snoring so I don't bother other people. We'll frame it that way so it doesn't sound as sad.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, it wasn't terribly annoying, or maybe I was just in a mood where I wasn't that bothered by it. If this was like my first time seeing Star Wars or something, I'd be like, wake the fuck up or get out! But, because I don't know, it wasn't terribly annoying, but but it was like, like all throughout the movie. I'm just like, okay. But yeah, so let's see what else we got about the movie, because I think that was the only thing. I
think this is about as much as we can do in non-spoilers.
Yeah, I think you're right. And then since I derailed so much, well, now we're almost at 10 minutes though. Now I feel like we should just keep talking for 30 seconds so I can get that ad revenue on the end, which I don't understand how that works, because don't you just click out of a video? I mean, unless you're on autoplay or something. See, I do the YouTube Premium because as a YouTuber, I don't want to get into false click things.
So,
but do you ever watch like the end ad on a video, or would you just click to another video?
Sometimes I end up watching the end act because I'm busy doing something else.
That I can understand. Okay, so it's more of an autoplay-ish kind of thing.
Yes, I don't do autoplay, but sometimes I'm getting dressed or eating or
that makes sense.
My hands greasy from doing.
So that's how I
taking apart a chicken.
Yeah, that's what she calls it. I believe you mean choking. Oh wait, no.
Anywho.
But no, anyways, I just thought that was fascinating. I don't know why the big deal about hitting 10 minutes so you can put an end ad on. I get hitting 10 minutes.
I've seen end ads on things way shorter than 10 minutes.
I don't think you're supposed to be able to do that.
I'm pretty sure I have.
I was gonna say, well, you know what? No,
I watch a lot
you
of
can.
Stuff that's less than 10 minutes.
That's what it is. I think you can put an end ad. I think people want to get to 10 minutes because the algorithm apparently triggers, but also at 10 minutes you can start putting in mid-rolls. Speaking of, we're not. We're wrapping up. I'm not going to put one right at the end. All right, so there you go. That's our no spoiler thoughts on Weathering with You. Of course, be careful in the comments because sometimes people just get excited and spoil things accidentally. Sometimes they do it on purpose because they're an asshole. That is actually fairly rare. So, but just be careful. But you can let us know if you're going to see it, if you're excited to see it, if you've already seen it, all that kind of stuff. We love to hear what you have to say. Other than that, you can click that thumbs up button, give us that good old thumb of encouragement, as we do love to be encouraged. The cat was adorable. And check out the Stardust app. Check out my Patreon. Look up the Eric Butts. Use the link in the description below. I got the trying to breathe and trying to talk, and the popcorn just like. All right, we're gonna
burp the popcorn.
No, I want to burp. All right, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna go watch some more stuff after we talk some spoilers, because tomorrow, Bad Boys for Life. Yeah. and I gotta go home and watch For Soma. I gotta watch some documentaries tonight. All right, we're gonna get out of here. Watch some more stuff. We'll see you all later.